can be an abuser. Any man that spends more time on his mobile phone than he spends with you, yes, when both of you are together, dump that man. It's up. Because listen, how do you wake up in the morning and the first thing you go to is your mobile phone? And there's a whole girl, a whole meal, full-course meal. And I feel a man that is too much into his phone can be an abuser. Any man that spends more time on his mobile phone than he spends with you, yes, when both of you are together, dump.
Hello, my beautiful African people. As you see in this short video clip about our two African sisters with the sassy mouths. You know, two of them got a sassy mouth, you know what I mean, when you listen to them. And he's one said that any man that spent more time on his mobile phone when they are together, you know, she would just dump him. And she's telling some of our sisters in Africa to do the same. And we have seen this before. And the other one went to extreme view, you know, extreme statement. And she said that if a man spends more time on his phone, that person will be an abuser. You know, this is a big claim. You know, and you look at the way they dress and the way they talk. You know, there's nothing to write him about them. You know what I mean? And you know, when they are relatively young, like them, I think two of them are maybe in their late 20s, if I guess right. They think, you know, it's all about them. You know what I mean? They think that they have all the cards, you know. They can dump any man they like, and maybe tomorrow they're going to pick another one. And you see, they're not even talking about, at this age in their life, they're not talking about, there's no mention of husband in their statement. And these people are in Africa. And we see most of our sisters, some of our sisters in online, on Facebook, or other social media, you know, giving this type of people advice. Good advice, you know. I see a lot of our sisters in Africa, these people are red-pilled, you know what I mean? They know how men think, and they're trying to help our sisters, because some of them are married as well. Most of them that is talking good about, you know, how these our sisters will help them navigate, you know, singlehood and get married, which is the major stuff in Africa. Those ladies, they're doing a great job, but this stuff that some of the people that are talking to don't listen. You know, like these two sisters, you know, they think that the world revolves around them. They think that, you know, it's all about them. You know, man will not dump them, they will dump man, because maybe this is what they always do. They find it easy to, you know, jump to another man. But this stuff is like, I listened to one guy on YouTube in Africa where he said that some people, they will fake good behavior when you are dealing with them, when they are in a relationship with you. They try to manage it, you know, to try to pretend they are good people. And when you get married to them, they will bring all their bad behavior. But the guy said that even if you bring bad behavior, they're gonna still divorce you anyway. You know, these days in Africa, they can divorce anyone even if you pretend to be a woman, pretend to be a good person. When you get married, the man will just divorce. If you bring all this bad character you are hiding because you think you want the man to get married to you, you're trying to hide the character. And when you marry to the man and you bring out all these characters, the man will still divorce you. You know what I mean? That's what the guy said. But let's circle back to this, some statements that's coming out of these sisters, their mouth, you know. You know, when you look at these people have no idea how to, you know, use what they have and they get what they want, because now they're young. If they miss the opportunity, they will become like one of our sisters that are looking for husband. I made a video about it last week, about her. So this, they are going in that direction because they don't even know what men want. They don't know how men operate. They think they can use a silly stuff to dump a good man, and you know, and go on and find a good person. It's not easy, you know, because in Africa, women are more than men. You know, it's very difficult, and not only that, more than men, things are difficult for men in Africa because, you know, for them to even settle down, have children, get married, it's a struggle for them. But things are not moving well. And if they want to settle down, they don't want to settle down with any another woman that talk like these, our sisters, you know. That when they open their mouth, they look good in their face or in their body. When they open their mouth, you know, you give them like 100 meters, you know, distance from them, you know what I mean? Because what is the point of looking good and you don't know how to talk? Especially in public, because some of them think that life is a joke until when it's too late for them, you know what I mean? Because, and especially the other one that you go into extreme and talking about abuse. As somebody spending time on phone is abuse. Many people spend time on phone. Even because sometimes they make this kind of statement. You can turn it back on them, because those people, if you doubt me, you go and befriend any of them, you see the time they spend on their phone. I'm not saying it's good stuff, it's a nice stuff to spend much time on phone, except if you're using it to do business. And some do. Their business, they're monitoring it on their phone. So it's not like anyone you see on phone is just using phone for fun. Some people don't, you know, or some people, they can use their phone, reading through their phone. They download books in their phone and they read, you know. Somebody on phone doesn't mean that it's just wasting time there. But these ladies forget to understand this. The simple basic stuff they should understand, you know. You can't use this stuff and discredit a man. I've seen this before. I think I've said this before, you know. There's a lady I know, when she was very young, you know, she was beautiful, but she thought that, you know, because, you know, everything is about being beautiful. She was saying that any man that will marry her, then, this is good as you talked about marriage, then, but listen to what comes out of her mouth again. She said that the man must have a car. That is her own standard of a man, you know, marrying a man, is that a man must have a car. And when I look at that statement, when I go back and look at, you know, this kind of standard, she said, you know, she was so simple-minded then. She was naive, just like those ladies. We saw their video. Because what is a car? She didn't say she wanted a good man. She just wanted a man to have a car so that she can brag about my husband have a car. You know, this is, I don't know how to say this. You know what I mean? But this is the world we live in Africa. And these people, sometimes people think you're going to pity them. But sometimes you don't pity them, because I will make video about these our sisters, you know, giving a good advice to women. But they don't listen to these sisters. They want to do whatever they want to do until it's too late. Let me circle back to the story about this lady that I know that said she wants her husband to have a car. But at the end of the day, this lady was 80 years, she didn't get married. That even she didn't see any man that have a bike to come and marry her. I think she married like, say, 50 years old, you know. And unfortunately, the marriage didn't last long, because the man died. And that's it, you know. But she couldn't have children, because at her prime, she have a standard that, you know, no one, even people that meet that standard have their own standard, you know. You're setting standard as a woman, forgetting that men set their own standard. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video, and help us reach more people. I'm here, Bratan, as the Russians call me, the mood. Peace.